Dear students, today we are going to learn a poem, Did I Miss Anything, written by Tom Wayman. Tom Wayman is a living poet. He was born on 13 August 1945. He is a Canadian poet. In this poem, Tom Wayman has presented a contradictory view of students and teacher. This presentation is so clear. These two thoughts of a teacher and of a student has clearly been derived here. Here what happens, a class is leisure and students are playing, sitting there, and there they think, did I miss anything? They ask this question. So in different stanzas, the poet expresses the view of the students and the view of the teacher. In the first stanza, the poet says, through the students, in this way, nothing. When we realized you weren't here, we sat with our hands folded on our desk in silence for the full 2 hours. The students think that we missed nothing. The class was leisure. You were not present there. And we sat on the desk and bench and we had gossips. We played. We did not study. But we missed nothing. This is the thinking from the students. Student thinks in this way. Though the class was leisure, the teacher was not absent, the teacher was absent, but the students thinks that they missed nothing. They could not utilize the time, they did not study, they could not have the self-study there, but they think they missed nothing. So in the second stanza, the poet expresses the view of a teacher and says in this way, everything. I gave an exam worth 40% of the grade for this term and assigned some reading due today, on which I am about to hand out a quiz worth 50%. The teacher, who does labor for the students, who give an exam, he expressed that I have already given you an exam of 40%. I have prepared so much and given you. I have assigned you homework. I have assigned you classwork. I have taught, I have given that much work. Up to today you can study. And out of that, I think to give you a quiz of 50%. And you left the whole class when I was not present there. You could not study there. You could not do the discussion. You missed everything by not utilizing the proper time there. You missed everything. This is the view of the teacher. Students must utilize any leisure time. When the teacher is not there, it is not meaning that, it doesn't mean that they should not work. They should work because they have been loaded with lots of work. A teacher does lots of work for them and gives and tries to teach them many things. The writer wants to say this through the teacher. But again, the student says, we missed nothing. So in the next stanza they say, nothing. none of the content of this course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. Any activities we undertake as a class, I assure you will not matter either to you or me and are without purpose. The students again here think that we missed nothing because whatsoever we study in our course content has no value, no meaning. We can take as many days leave as we like, and whatsoever the events or activities we undertake in our classroom, it makes no difference to you or not to us. Nobody cares about that. They all are purposeless. So, we missed nothing. Though we were free, we could not study, or we are out of the classroom and we don't study, it doesn't matter. Anything has no value. So we missed nothing in the leisure period when we had gossip. This is the thought of students. But the writer again expressed the view of a teacher. Through a view of a teacher in the next stanza. The teacher here says in this stanza everything. A few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light suddenly descended and an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us what each woman and man must do to attain divine wisdom in this life and the hereafter. This is the last time the class will meet before we disperse to bring the good news to all people on earth. The writer again expresses the view through the teacher that the teacher says to the students, you missed everything. Because in the last time when we were doing the class, an angel appeared there and expressed how the real knowledge can be attained. Because that real knowledge cannot be attained only through the books. That can be attained through the pondering upon the life. The real knowledge is not only contained in the books. We have to experience it. We have to think over it. We have to meditate. We have to do labor on that. We should not think that we are free and we can miss the time. By missing, we cannot understand it. So, according to that angel, what that angel said to us, what is important for every woman and man to attain the divine wisdom, the real knowledge, the knowledge of our spirit, the knowledge which is not found in the book. And that knowledge we have to spread, that knowledge we have to bring for all of the people on the earth. That is not found only in the book. That is not found only behind being or going through the teacher. So when there is no teacher, we can also study, we can also do the labor for attaining the knowledge, for attaining the knowledge, real knowledge. In this way, the teacher expresses here that you have missed everything by not doing the class. When you are disturbed, when you are out of the mind, when you play outside, when you have gossip leaving your classroom, you miss everything because you don't think about your life. The life which today you have got, the time what today you have got, you should utilize it. That's why you missed everything. But again, the students put their argument in the next stanza and they said nothing. Then you are not present, how could something significant occur? The students again think that they missed nothing because the teacher was not inside the classroom, so no significant activities could occur there. They say any important knowledge cannot occur because you were not there. You were missing in the class. And students think teacher is the source of all knowledge. Teacher is the source of all knowledge. If the teacher is not, nothing can happen there. Everything is found through the teachers. But the teacher says, again, in the last stanza, the poet expresses the view through the teacher. Everything contained in this classroom is a microcosm of human experience, assembled for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place and you weren't here. The teacher again says that you students missed everything by not thinking upon your study, by not pondering upon what you have to do. You had this place, you had an opportunity to think over it, to think over your study, to examine yourself, to make yourself ready for the successful life, to make yourself ready for your result, for your future, and you think only teacher can help you. So, whatsoever we study, whatsoever we learn, was present in the microcosm in human experience. Through our experience, we can learn many things. When we experience, when we ponder, when we think upon something, upon our knowledge, upon whatever we have studied, or what we have to do, what our real life is, what is the goal of our life, we have to think over it. We have to consider and we have to concentrate upon it. When we are not concentrated, when our consciousness is lost, we cannot do anything. And that was the place. That was an opportunity. You were there. You all students were there. You could discuss. You could learn something. But you missed that. So everything you missed. Because your mind was not present there. You were absent. By your mind, your body was though present, but by mind you were absent, so you missed everything. These contradictory views of students and teacher has been expressed here by Tom Wayman. विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, यसलाई म एकचोटि पुनः नेपालीमा सम्झाउने प्रयास गर्छु. ध्यान दिएर बुझ्ने प्रयास गरौँ. यसमा कवि टम वेम्यानले एउटा शिक्षक र विद्यार्थीहरूको बीचको विरोधाभासी विचारलाई व्यक्त गर्न प्रयास गरेका छन् कि जुन बेला कक्षामा शिक्षक अनुपस्थित हुन्छन् त्यस बेला विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू खेल्छन्, कुद्छन्, गफ गर्छन् र उनीहरूले सोच्छन् कि के हामीले केही गुमायौं. अनि पहिलो अनुच्छेदमा जब यस्तो कविले व्यक्त गरिरहेका छन् कि nothing when we realized you weren't here, we sat with our hands folded on our desk in silence for the full 2 hours. कि हामीले केही पनि गुमाएनौं। जब कक्षामा तपाई हुनुहुन्थेनौ, हामी चाहिँ डेस्कमा हात मोडेर बसिरहेका थियौं। 2 घण्टा शान्त भएर हामीले समय बिताइदियौं, तर हामीले केही गुमाएनौं। यस्ता किसिमका भावनाहरू विद्यार्थीहरूले सोच्छन्। उनीहरू शिक्षक नभएको बेलामा कुराकानी गर्छन्, खेल्छन्, समय बिताउँछन्। त्यसमा शिक्षकले पढाएको कुरोहरूलाई दोहोर्याउँदैनन् या छलफल गर्दैनन् या केही नयाँ कुरा सिक्दैनन् र त्यही पनि सोच्छन् कि हामी केही पनि गुमाएका छैनौं। तर दोस्रो अनुच्छेदमा शिक्षकको तर्फबाट कविले के भन्नुहुन्छ भने, Everything I gave an exam worth 40% of the grade for this term and assigned some reading due today on which I am about to hand out a page worth 50%. शिक्षकले के भन्छन् भने 40% तिम्रो यस पालिको परीक्षाको लागि मैले दिएको छु र मैले परीक्षा लिएको छु। 40% को त मैले परीक्षाले लिएको छु जुन मैले पढाएको छु। बाँकी को मैले तिमीहरूलाई आजसम्म पढ्ने लायकका कुराहरू सबै गृह कार्यको रूपमा दिएको छु, जसबाट म तिम्रो 50% को हाजिरी जवाब प्रतियोगिताको लागि तयार गरेर ह्यान्ड्स आउट दिनेवाला छु। त्यो कुराहरू जुन मैले तिमीहरूलाई दिइसकेको छु, पढाइसकेको छु, त्यो कुराहरूलाई तिमीले क्लासमा बसेर छलफल गर्न सक्यौ, तर तिमीले गरेनौ। त्यसकारण तिमीहरूले सबै कुरो गुमायौ। तर विद्यार्थीहरूले फेरि सोच्छन् कि होइन, हामीले केही पनि गुमाएको छैनौँ। अर्को अनुच्छेदमा त्यही कुरोलाई भन्छ कि none of the content of this course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. The activities we undertake as a class, I assure you will not matter either to you or me and are without purpose. विद्यार्थीहरूले भन्छन् हामीले केही पनि गुमाएनौँ, किनभने जुन विषय सूचीहरू हामीलाई क्लासमा सिकाइन्छ या पढाइन्छ त्यसको कुनै अर्थ हुँदैन, त्यसको कुनै मूल्य र मान्यता दिएको छैन। हामी त्यसलाई जति दिन चाहन्छौँ छोड्न सक्छौँ, जति दिन चाहन्छौँ क्लास नलिन सक्छौँ, छुट्टी लिन सक्छौँ र कक्षामा लिएका केही क्रियाकलापहरूको जिम्मेवारीको पनि म तपाईलाई विश्वास दिलाउन चाहन्छु, किन त्यसको खास अर्थ तपाईलाई हुन्छ न हामीलाई हुन्छ। अर्थात् विद्यार्थीहरूले के भन्न चाहन्छन् भने कि हामी जे कुरो पढिरहेका छौँ त्यसको अर्थ न शिक्षकलाई छ न विद्यार्थीलाई छ। त्यसकारण हामीले पढेको कुराको कुनै महत्त्व छैन। अर्थात् हामीले लिजरको समयमा जुन समय हामी खेर गर्यौं त्यसमा हामीले केही पनि गुमाएनौं। तर शिक्षकले फेरि के भन्छन् भने कि विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले धेरै कुरो गुमाए, सबै कुरो गुमायो। किनभने तिनी कविले यसरी सम्झाउन चाहेका छन् कि everything a few minutes after we began last time, a shaft of light suddenly descended and an angel or other heavenly being appeared and revealed to us what each woman and man must do to attain divine wisdom in this life and the hereafter. This is the last time the class will meet before we disperse to bring the good news to all people on the earth. कविले शिक्षकको मार्फत फेरि यस अनुच्छेदमा यस पंक्तिहरूमा के भन्न चाहिरहेका छन् भने विद्यार्थीहरूले धेरै कुरो गुमाए। किनभने अन्तिम समयमा जब हामी कक्षा गर्दै थियौं, अचानक एक प्रकारको प्रकाश देखा पर्यो। एउटा ईश्वरीय देवदूत प्रकट भए र उनले के भने कि हामीले सच्चा ज्ञानको लागि, वास्तविक ज्ञानको लागि, ईश्वरीय ज्ञानको लागि हरेक मनुष्यले, हरेक आइमाईले के गर्नु जरुरी छ यस जीवनको लागि र यस जीवन पछिको लागि। हामीले खाली किताबी ज्ञान जसलाई हामी किताबबाट अध्ययन गर्छौं या खाली सांसारिक ज्ञान जुन लिन्छौं व्यवहारिक ज्ञान जुन लिन्छौं त्यो वास्तविक ज्ञान होइन, त्यो सच्चा ज्ञान होइन। त्यो सच्चा ज्ञान यो पूरा पृथ्वीभरि प्रसारित गर्नको लागि हामीले अन्तिम चोटि फेरि क्लास गर्नुपर्छ। त्यसको नयाँ किसिमले त्यसको अनुभूति गर्नुपर्छ, अनुभव गर्नुपर्छ, अनि मात्र त्यो वास्तविक ज्ञानको, सच्चा ज्ञानको प्रचार यो पूरा मनुष्यलाई हामीले दिन सक्छौं, प्रसारित गर्न सक्छौं भनेर यदि विद्यार्थीहरूले अवकाशको समयमा पढिरहेका छैनन् भने, अध्ययन गरिरहेका छैनन् भने, त्यसमाथि विचार गरिरहेका छैनन् र सोचिरहेका छैनन् भने उनीहरूले धेरै कुरो गुमाए भनेर कवि यसमा भावना व्यक्त गर्छ। तर विद्यार्थीहरूले फेरि भन्छन् कि हामीले केही पनि गुमाएनौं। अर्को पंक्तिमा फेरि यस्ता कुरा विद्यार्थीको भावनाबाट प्रकट हुन्छ कि नथिङ व्हेन यू आर नट प्रेजेन्ट हाउ कुड समथिङ सिग्निफिकेन्ट अकर। विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले सोध्छन् कि कक्षामा यदि शिक्षक अनुपस्थित छन् भने महत्वपूर्ण कुराहरू कसरी सिक्न सकिन्छ? कुनै पनि महत्वपूर्ण कुराको छलफल या चर्चा हुन सक्दैन। यो व्यर्थको कुरा। कविले विद्यार्थीको भावनाबाट के भन्छ भने जब शिक्षक छैन भने हामी कसरी ज्ञान प्राप्त गर्न सक्छौं? किनभने शिक्षक नै सारा ज्ञानको स्रोत हो। विद्यार्थीहरूको भावना यो छ। त्यसकारण हामीले केही पनि गुमाएनौं। हाम्रो शिक्षक अनुपस्थित थिए, हामी खेल्यौं, कुद्यौं र हात बाँधेर बस्यौं। त्यसकारण हाम्रो केही पनि हामीले गुमाएका छैनौं। न त्यस्ता महत्वपूर्ण केही घटनाहरू, केही ज्ञान गुणका कुराहरू कक्षामा हुन सक्छ। त्यसकारण शिक्षक नै महत्वपूर्ण रहेका छन्। त्यसकारण हामीले कुनै केही गुमाएका छैनौं। तर अन्तिम अनुच्छेदमा फेरि कवि शिक्षकको माध्यमबाट के भावना व्यक्त गर्छन् भने एभ्रिथिङ contained in this classroom is a microcosm of human experience assembled for you to query and examine and ponder. This is not the only place such an opportunity has been gathered, but it was one place and you weren't here. यसमा कविले शिक्षक मार्फत फेरि विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई के भन्छन् भने कि होइन, तिमीहरूले सबै कुरो गुमायौ। किनभने पढ्नु पर्ने कुराहरू, कक्षामा अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने कुराहरू सूक्ष्म रूपमा मनुष्यको अनुभूतिमा सधैँ उपस्थित भइरहेकै हुन्छ र ती सारा कुराहरू जुन मनुष्यको अनुभूतिको लागि उपस्थित हुन्छन्, ती सारा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले त्यसमाथि प्रश्न गर्न सक्छन्, त्यसको परीक्षण गर्न सक्छन्, त्यसमा सोच्न सक्छन्, विचार गर्न सक्छन् र त्यसबाट सही ज्ञान प्राप्त गर्न सक्छन्। यो एउटा यस्तो समय थियो, यस्तो ठाउँ थियो, यो संयोगले ती विद्यार्थीहरूको लागि उपस्थित भएको छ। यस्तो मौकामा यी विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले ध्यान नदिनु, अनुपस्थित हुनु ठूलो भूल हो। उनीहरूले यसकारण धेरै कुरो गुमाए। त्यसकारण यस्तो मौका जुन उनीहरू प्राप्त गर्छन् यो अचानक उपस्थित हुँदैन। यो एउटा अवसर हो जुन उनीहरूको सामनेमा आइपुग्छ। शिक्षक नभएको बेलामा पनि धेरै कुरो, कक्षामा रहेका धेरै कुरो उनीहरूको अनुभवसँग रिलेटेड हुन्छ, सम्बन्धित हुन्छ, उनीहरूको अनुभवमा हुन्छ। त्यसमाथि उनीहरूले विचार गर्नुपर्छ, सोच्नुपर्छ, ध्यान केन्द्रित गर्नुपर्छ, अनि मात्रै उनीहरूले ती ज्ञानका कुराहरू प्राप्त गर्न सक्छन्। उनीहरू त्यस बेलामा मनबाट, विचारबाट, भावनाबाट अनुपस्थित भए र धेरै कुरोहरू तिनीहरूले गुमाए। यस्ता विरोधाभासी विचारहरू कवि टम वेम्यानले यस कवितामा के मैले केही गुमाए भन्ने प्रश्नात्मक कवितामा व्यक्त गरेका छन्। माय डियर स्टुडेन्ट्स, you have to listen this video, many times. I have given the summary here. You have to read that summary and learn it, read it and listen it many times so that you can understand it. Okay, thank you.